Hey guys, Marty Boots here. Now today I want to talk about Bitcoin and I want to show you exactly what I think is going to happen in the near future. And I am more bullish in the short term. So a lot of people were very bearish and I was bearish. Now I am sort of flipped to nearer term bullishness and I want to go through that with you. Okay, guys, before we get into it here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we are still running this competition for the month that the person that likes and comments and gives the most interactions on our social media, all of the social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and stuff, they will be rewarded with a 1 month free trial. And I also want to apologize for the lack of maybe YouTube videos and stuff. I am back here in my home for a short period, and it gets crazy hectic. All my family and my cousins and my uncles and just people and friends. Everybody's wanting to see me and hang out, and also I want to see them as well. So it gets hectic, and I'm doing my best, and I will. The first week here has been just a bit hectic, but I will get more free time, and I will get to post more content in the near future. So okay, let's get into this, guys. Very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. We called this drop. We were pretty bearish, in our group, and the end of the drop is always a bit more sharp than people expect. So trying to catch maybe the bottom on it is tricky. So I want to go into this in detail here. What I think exactly is going to happen. Um, First off, I want to point out, guys, the massive importance of the monthly 20 moving average. You can see the 20 moving average right here, guys. Some people underestimate that. Like, you hear a lot of analysts talk about the 20 weekly moving average. Alessio Rostani, or myself included, I'm a moving average, price action moving average trader. That is what I am. And I don't need indicators. I mean, maybe I use an RSI, and it's very rare I use other indicators, but I do incorporate different things now and again. But primarily, I am a moving average price action trader. But a lot of guys like Alessio Rostani and maybe a lot of other people talk about the 20 weekly moving average and how important it is. And I can show you that right now, and myself included. Of course, I understand, and I'm sure a lot of my members and people in our group all understand the importance of a 20 weekly moving average. You can see here we broke down, tried to break back above it, and as soon as we got below it, we kind of crashed. So it's important to understand, that is just one minor aspect in trading. But the larger the time frame, guys, the larger the time frame, I want to repeat that, the more important the value, the more important the moving average. You can see here we broke above the monthly moving average, back here in 2015. Alyssa Rostani might want to tell you that the weekly moving average is critically important, and it is, but the monthly moving average is almost more important for the larger trend. Now, you can see here, I mean, if I could show you the BLX, and this goes back in time to the inception of BTC, and the monthly moving average, the 20 moving average, you can see there, we're in a bull market above it. Now, I want to show you the support. Look at this support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, guys. 5 touches before we finally broke that. This shows you the importance of the 20 monthly moving average. Now look at this. You could almost call 2 touches so far, and for this purpose we will call 2 touches. It may not technically be a touch there, but we can call 2 just for the sake of it. And then now we are bouncing off the 200 moving average, sorry, the 20 moving average right here, 20 monthly moving average. But what I want to show you guys, this is very important. Now, a lot of people are maybe still bearish and stuff, and this is why I'm turning bullish. And I did make bullish videos yesterday, right down in this area, right down here. I made some bullish videos for my members and said we should bounce, and there was reasons for that. One of the reasons was, if you actually look at this, we drop right back down into the 61%, a pierce of the 61%, and there's also if you go to the smaller time frames, there is a trend line right here. And I posted bullish videos into right down in here yesterday, and we've had a 10 to 12% bounce. So it's good not to be bearish at the wrong moments, guys, because if you're bearish at the wrong moments, you're going to get caught on the wrong end of the wave, the wrong end of the tide, and you will get swept out, and the market will drown you, and you will lose significant money. It's sometimes I think it's crazy that people, like, don't get me wrong, I was bearish the whole way down in here, but down in here, even here, I tried to catch, I lost a 1% or 0.5%, or I forget what it was now, very small, up in here, trying to catch this, because we're down in here to this support, and often it'll either bounce off support, or maybe you'll get a pierce below before the bounce. So it's important to understand that you need to know when, guys, when to be bearish. You don't be bearish into support. Down in here, I was trying to catch bounces on here, and I posted a couple of bullish videos on here. So it's not wise, guys, to be bearish into support. Be bearish. This is resistance, guys. Let me show you up here. This is resistance. It's better to be bearish up here, and we were bearish up here, and we said we get a pullback, and we talked about this rolling over. So there's a time and a place, guys. You got to play the hand that gives you the best odds, and then shorting into resistance gives you better odds, and longing into support gives you better odds, guys. So I know I'm rambling on here. I can't believe I'm 6 minutes into this video, but just listening to some sort of common sense like this sometimes. It helps people. It definitely helps people. People make trading very, very hard, and don't get me wrong, it's the hardest game in the world, if you want to say it like that. I do look at this a game, but life is like a game. But this is technically a large game, and you're taking it very seriously and treat it like a business and a professional. But a bit of common sense, guys, can make all the world of difference. Anyway, I'm distracted here now. I went into a rant there, but I think it's important sometimes. Now, what I want to show you here, guys, before this video is too long, I'm going to run through this very quickly. Now, we had this bounce into the 20 monthly moving average. Very important support, massive support. It'll be very hard to just crush straight through this, I think. So what happened, guys? Look at this. The first dip into the 20 moving average, 20 monthly moving average last time resulted in that bounce, and then we had the big green candle, and the big green candle came off the 20 monthly moving average. So if I just put this right, actually I've got it drawn out. I've got it drawn out back here. Anyway, but this is where it is. This is where that monthly moving average, the bounce would have been off the 20 monthly moving average right here, just right here, and this is where we are right now. Okay, so I've drew this out. So this is what I think is going to happen, and I want to outline a few things. I want to outline back here at the very start of it. There was this pivot. There was a pivot right down in there. You can also see this pivot right down in here. I want to show you the similarities. Now we did have this bounce into the trend line. We didn't really get that here. That was a bit of an X. If I want to put that, we didn't get that. But anyway, we bounced up, then we rolled down and we formed a higher low. Look at this higher low. And now look at this higher low in here. We could call that a higher low. So we got that higher low. And then the price bounced up off the higher low into the trend line and came back down and formed this low, right? So what happened? The price bounced up into the trend line, came right back down, and right into this base of the low beside, into the pivot, the previous pivot, and a very important pivot. You can see here we had that rounding bit there, and we had this rounding bit right here. Pretty similar, not identical, but there's definitely similarities and into this pivot. So I had the pivot, and it's back into this neckline. So you can see that we definitely do have, you could, like, the thing is, I did call for a neckline here. I definitely did. In a way, back in here, before the rest of the price action, developed. You know, some people were calling for a bit of a neckline here, and we broke down, and then we broke back above it, and then people thought we were turning very bullish here. So this is kind of what I'm getting at here, and I think we're going to have something very similar. You know, this is what I'm looking for right now, and I think that we are going to have a bit of a bottoming process here, and I think that we are probably going to get that bit of a bullish move back in here to, you know, how high can we go? It's tough to call yet. Can we get back above this 200 moving average? Look at this 200 moving average rolling over. Look what happened here. This 200 moving average rolled over, and price got above that into the neckline, and then we rolled over. So and also note that we got above this sort of previous neckline, and that is kind of the previous neckline that we have right here. So there's a lot of similarities, guys. So I think we're going to chop about down here and work our way higher. You can see this chop. We formed this bottom. We bounced up into this neckline. We fell away, and then we made our move higher. So I think we are going to bounce. We're up into this neckline. We're probably going to roll away a bit, and then we make a move higher. Something very similar, and work our way up into a pierce of the 200 moving average up here, and then we're going to get a rejection to the downside. And when we roll away, and what I want to point out, guys, very important. Look at this trend line. Now, this video is getting long here, but you can see it was a touch here, a touch here. When structure was broke, look when structure was broke. This market, the arse fell out of this market. We broke the descending triangle, and we broke the market structure. This is a break of market structure. You know, in a way, there's a lot of different structures in the market, but this was one main aspect in the market structure at the time, and that market structure broke, and you can see what happened to market. The arse fell out of the market. So I believe something very similar could play out. I'm just going to zoom this in here now that you have a gist of kind of what I'm saying, and I just want to zoom in. You can see here we have this market structure. You know, we also have this structure right here, this descending triangle. But so I think we're going to bounce in there. Moving average is going to roll over. These moving out, you can see all these moving averages are rolling over. So we can bounce into them, but they can turn into resistance up here. If we get a significant bounce next month into December, we may get a decent bounce, in my opinion. I think we can bounce. So I'm not so bullish anymore. I'm not so bearish right now. But I do believe in the future, price will break down over here somewhere. Maybe that'll only be February, March, or whatever. And I do think we can break down. And you know, that's a terrible line, but I mean, I think we can break down in here or whatever. We'll see where price develops. That's irrelevant right now, guys. We don't need to know that price action. We need to know what's happening here and now, so we can trade this. And I believe we can have this chart is terrible right now. Sorry about the mess of it, but I believe that we can have a choppy action here right now, and then we will struggle. But we will eventually get above this white line, and this white line is this previous descending triangle neckline. You know, I believe we formed a new base here. You can see here we formed a new base, and I believe with a bit of chop and everything else, we'll get above that and have a bullish move into 8,000 is a near term target. You know, can we go a little bit higher? Time will tell. We will see. Can we get up into this neckline? And then potentially we will roll over, in my opinion. So, you know, I think for the month of December that we can potentially be bullish. You can see here we're bouncing off the 20 monthly moving average, and I think we can possibly get a scenario like this and then chop about. And you remember last time, guys, this is important. Volatility died off. We had a big bounce now next month, then we got the drop. Then we had like 2 months of zero volatility. So we could get this big bounce, maybe a big drop, and then we will do peter off, and volatility will turn into zero. Again, if people remember back in here, remember this death period. Like, I mean, it was hell. just trading this. It was just horrible. So if we get to that, guys, it's time to take a holiday for a month or whatever. But anyway, that is the analysis, guys, and that is my thought process. I'll be waiting for a break of this structure. We will see. Guys, I'm very bullish if we break above this purple structure. I just want to point that out right here at the very end. If we can somehow develop bullish price action, I'm happy to trade this to the long side. Until that happens, I am skeptical, and I am definitely more on the bearish side, kind of a longer term. Medium term, I should say. It's more medium term. Short term, I'm bullish. Then I think we will roll over. So that's it, guys, for the video. Again, thanks for watching, and I will try and get out more content in the future, and with less gaps in between it. It's been at least a week or so since I've got a video out, but I think my time will free up now, and I will definitely be on the charts more often. Sorry for the long video here, 16 minutes. I know it's quite long, but I think it's important. A lot of people are a bit lost here in the markets, and they were lost even in the drop. Well, in our group, we explained exactly why we were going to drop and what was happening. People will understand when I talk about rolling over, rounding charts and different things. But anyway, guys, so if you'd like to join us in our free or for the 3-day free trial in our group, we're in there every single day and trading these markets. So if you'd like to learn, improve, and trade with other very smart traders and investors, you hit us up for the 3-day free trial. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys.